Welcome to Wisdom Trek with Gramps. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, and we are on day 2195 of our trek. The purpose of Wisdom Trek is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, and to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. In today's Wisdom Nugget, I am delighted to continue our journey through the timeless wisdom found in the book of Proverbs. Today we are diving into Proverbs chapter 7, verses 6 through 27 from the New Living Translation. So as always, let's put on our hiking boots and embark on an enlightening journey together. In Proverbs chapter 7, verses 6 through 27, we encounter a vivid and cautionary tale about the seduction of folly and the devastating consequences of yielding to temptation. These verses serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of wisdom in guarding our hearts and minds. Let's begin with verses 6 and 7. While I was at the window of my house, looking through the curtain, I saw some naive young men, and one in particular who lacked common sense. Well, this passage begins with the writer recounting a personal observation. He describes looking out his window and noticing a group of young men, one of whom stands out for his lack of wisdom. This sets the stage for a cautionary tale about the consequences of foolishness. So we move on to verses 8 and 9. He was crossing the street near the house of the immoral woman, strolling down the path by her house. It was at twilight, in the evening, as deep darkness fell. Well, the narrative continues as the young man in question is seen near the house of an immoral woman. The setting is significant, occurring in the twilight hours when darkness begins to envelop the world. This time of day symbolizes moral ambiguity and the potential for making unwise choices. So we move on to verses 10 through 12. The woman approached him, seductively dressed and sly of heart. She was the brash, rebellious type, never content to stay at home. She is often in the street and the markets, soliciting at every corner. The seductive nature of folly is revealed as the immoral woman approaches this young man. She is described as seductively dressed, sly of heart, and rebellious. Her presence in the street and the markets, soliciting at every corner, symbolizes the relentless allure of temptation and the ever-present opportunities to make unwise choices. As we move on to verses 13 through 20. She threw her arms around him and kissed him, and with a brazen look she said, "I have just made my peace offerings and fulfilled my vows. You're the one I was looking for. I came out to find you, and here you are. My bed is spread with beautiful blankets and colored sheets of Egyptian linen. I perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon." These verses vividly portray the seductive talents used by folly. The woman throws her arms around this young man, kisses him, and entices him to the promise of pleasure and intimacy. She claims to have fulfilled her vows and prepared her bed with luxurious linens and perfumes. Her persuasive words and gestures are meant to lure this young man into a web of temptation and compromise. So we move on to verses 21 through 27. So come on, let's enjoy ourselves with love. Let's go for it, for this man is not at home. He is away on a long trip. He has taken a wallet full of money with him and won't return until later this month. Well, she seduced him with her pretty speech and enticed him with her flattery. He followed her at once, like an ox going to the slaughter, like the stag caught in a trap, awaiting for the arrow to pierce its heart. He was like a bird flying into a snare, little knowing it would cost him his life. The narrative takes a grim turn as the consequences of this young man's action becomes evident. He is lured into a trap of temptation, following this woman mindlessly. The imagery of an ox to the slaughter, a stag caught in a trap, and a bird flying to the snare paints a haunting picture of the dire consequences of yielding to temptation. This cautionary tale in Proverbs chapter 7, verses 6 through 27 reminds us of the importance of discernment and wisdom in the face of temptation. It serves as a sobering reminder that yielding to temptation can have devastating consequences. Let's take a moment to reflect on this narrative. How have you experienced or observed the allure of temptation in your own life or in the lives of others? What steps have you taken to strengthen your resolve to exercise discernment when faced with temptation? Remember, wisdom is not just about knowledge, it's about applying that knowledge to make choices that lead to a life of integrity and purpose. So let's summarize the key takeaways from Proverbs chapter 7, verses 6 through 27. Well, first, discernment is vital. The narrative illustrates the importance of discernment and wisdom in the face of temptation. Naivete and lack of wisdom can lead us into perilous situations. Second, escalation of temptation. The story shows how temptation can escalate, drawing us farther into its grip, often with enticing promises. Third, consequences for yielding. The dire consequences of yielding to temptation are starkly portrayed, serving as a powerful warning. Fourth, the seduction of folly. Folly can be alluring and seductive, leading us down the destructive paths if we yield to its temptations. Fifth, the importance of wisdom. Wisdom serves as a shield against the allure of folly, guiding us toward choices that lead to life and fulfillment. And sixth, guarding our hearts. We must be vigilant in guarding our hearts and mind against the relentless temptations of this world. As we conclude this episode, let's remember that wisdom equips us to make the choices that lead to a life of integrity and fulfillment. In the face of temptation, may we exercise discernment and choose a path that aligns with our biblical values and principles. Thank you for joining me on this leg of Wisdom Trek. I hope this cautionary tale has inspired you to exercise discernment and wisdom in the face of temptation. As we continue on our journey through these vast landscapes of wisdom, may we navigate life's challenges with strength and resolve. If you found this podcast insightful, subscribe and leave us a review, and then encourage your friends and family to join us. And then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor. But most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward. Enjoy your journey and create a great day every day. See you next time for more daily wisdom.